Well, I'm going to get a lot of heat for this video, but
Fuck it! Do it live!
hello everyone. Welcome back to the Political Mystery Box, a YouTube channel where we talk about random topics that I find interesting that are related to or about politics through a cooperativist progressive lens. On today's video, we will now discuss the elephant in the room, which is that the holiday of Juneteenth is unfortunately a sham holiday. Now, I know that this take might come out of nowhere, and I understand that on the surface, this opinion can be offensive, but unfortunately, in reality, this take is true, and it can be proven through history and our current laws. Alright, let me prove it. To start off, what is Juneteenth? Juneteenth is a holiday that takes place on June 19th, once a year, to celebrate the end of slavery in the United States. Juneteenth originates from when on June 19th, 1865, the entirety of the defunct Confederate States of America was finally under the enforcement of the Emancipation Proclamation, which was an executive order signed by the U.S.'s 16th President Abraham Lincoln on January 1st, 1863, which declared that all slaves in the still rebelling parts of the CSA were legally free from slavery. Of course, Confederate slaves weren't automatically freed, because the Emancipation Proclamation was only being enforced by the US and not the CSA. So it took until June 19, 1865, when US Major General Gordon Granger and roughly 2,000 US soldiers finally enforced the Emancipation Proclamation. In the last place of the former CSA that did not have the executive order enforced, which was in Galveston, Texas, the black slaves were rightfully overjoyed at being freed, and they celebrated their freedom in a variety of ways, and did so rightfully, year after year, which became the basis of June 19th. June 19th spread nationwide to all black communities over the course of the past 2 centuries, but it wasn't until George Floyd's murder by police and the Black Lives Matter summer protests in response to it that Juneteenth gained national prominence. Among the protests' demands of defunding the police, racial justice reform, and more, Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday was the demand of the protests, with it unfortunately being the only demand being met by the US federal government, with the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act passing through Congress, and being signed into law by our 46th President Genocide Joe Biden, making Juneteenth